started my career in Ernst & Young, EY, it was a flexi timing office, and I was allowed to come any time and go anytime. And I started developing that particular lifestyle for me, and I enjoyed it as well. And that was a very interesting lifestyle, and I really lived a lavish lifestyle because of consulting environment. But then my life dramatically changed when I joined a manufacturing company, SKF, and which is a world's leader in bearings, electronics, and mechatronics, and lubrication and seals. And because they actually are working in shifts, and every shift is for 9 hours, 8 hours. And my life changed dramatically because I'd already got used to flexi working. And I still remember how I was taught the value of time by one of my coaches and mentors at that time. When I started coming late to SKF, he took me to the plant and he said that if even one worker comes late to the shift, how much is the impact in financial terms to the production, and how much does SKF lose out because of that? And that changed my perspective on valuing time. But don't get me wrong when I say that. Why? Because I think today there is an exploitation of time happening in offices. Because SKF never asked me to stay behind the 9 hours that I was supposed to put in for SKF. They valued the time I would spend outside SKF also. And that's what the real culture of a great organization should be. Today, there is a huge scenario wherein a lot of organizations which have grown bigger and where there are a lot of loyal team members and loyal colleagues who at one point in time were doing 4-5 jobs. And because they were doing 4-5 jobs and they've been with those organizations for long, at that time they couldn't have gone, and it's understandable, they couldn't have gone very early on in their early on setup phase. They couldn't have gone to their houses very early on at 5 or 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and they used to spend a lot of time in the office. But today the scenarios have changed. But because that habit got developed when they were starting this business, all these loyalists, all the loyal employees keep staying late in the office, and that creates a culture in that organization. And I've seen so many organizations where I've challenged this very specific term of spending more value is contributed by spending more time in office, and it's absolute misconception. For all you know, you might be 18 hours in the office and absolutely unproductive. You might be 6 hours in office and very productive. It is all about the context of efficiency, productivity, and engagement. It's a subset of that. So this valuing of time being spent in office as the value of contribution is an absolutely wrong notion. And unfortunately, most organizations haven't called it out. I know there is an exception of an Infosys, I remember, and there are quite a few companies where they even literally shut down the office and they promote the concept of leaving the office after those 9-10 hours that you've already spent. Nobody is encouraged to stay back. I think this concept has to be challenged by the CEO, by the CHRO, and all the CXOs of an organization, because we must understand that our value comes in when we are focused. Our value comes in when we are engaged. Our value comes in when we try to find a purpose and we are trying to find a meaning in the work that we are doing. And in almost all scenarios, when I noticed the people who were staying back, I could easily fit them into 3 categories. One are the category of people who are perhaps not fully skilled for completing the job on time. Second is the category of people who have not developed the technical skills and expertise in Microsoft Office tools, or they don't understand Excel, they don't understand PowerPoint, they don't understand Word, they don't understand the normal Microsoft Office tools, and because of which their productivity and efficiency suffers. Third is the people who have chosen to spend more time in office because that's what they have been used to for years put together. Now in this case, that's their liking. They enjoy spending that time. In the second category, it's a skill deficiency. In the first category, the person doesn't really understand what to do. And in all the 3 cases, there is an issue, right? I would always value a person who would give me most productive and efficient 9 hours in a job versus having people who are literally burning the midnight oil in the organization. Because in reality, that is also leading to disengagement and demotivation, and it is also leading to frustration. So it is my advice to all the leaders and CXOs in the world that if in your office you are finding many people spending late night hours in the organization, multiple days, start investigating what exactly is going on. And I'm pretty sure you might be astonished and shocked when you evaluate and investigate it in an authentic way and in honest and ethical way. You might be surprised and shocked by the results of why it is happening.